Thanks very much. I'll just keep it simple and say thank you and welcome to dignitaries and to the wider community and ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be able to address you tonight as Coordinator of Youth and Family Services at the City of Canning. I guess tonight, why are we here? Well, Mark, our CEO, has touched on that, and I think primarily there's been some questions asked of me, and I know of some other staff members as to why we're here. And some people thought it was perhaps an opportunity for a forum for people to be able to give their views and opinions about perhaps the direction in which youth services is heading in the City of Canning, or the delivery of youth programs and activities. In actual fact, tonight is about exactly what it's entitled, which is a youth speaker series. So we're here tonight to listen to some young people and some not so young people talk about what their views are and their opinions and their loves and hates and all sorts of things about the City of Canning and what it means to be a young person, both on a local and a global scale. So yeah, I just thought I'd clear that up. So there will be some question time at the end, as Mark said. But essentially it's about us coming along here tonight to listen to what our young people have to say. So, yeah, just going through the program, I guess I'm just going to inform people about the existing programs, activities and opportunities that exist for young people within the City of Canning, primarily what the City of Canning provides for young people. As we touched on earlier, there will be some students from Linwood Senior High School that will be talking about all manner of issues. And then we'll have Shanali Pereira from St Norbert's College. And Shanali will be delivering a speech entitled A Step in the Right Direction. And just to let people know, Shanali was actually the rostrum voice of youth. A state finalist, so it's a pleasure to have her along here tonight. Thanks for coming, Shanali, and thanks to the Linwood High School students as well. All right, so for those of you that don't know, the City of Canning delivers a range of services and programs for young people within the city. Essentially, we have two main streams of youth service provision, and they are our first one is Youth Activity Service. Now with Youth Activity Service, Council delivers programs and activities from 3 different buildings within the city. We have youth centres located in Linwood, Willetton and Bentley. So we're in almost all corners of the city. And the sorts of activities that are provided at those centres include recreational activities, I guess, so things like pool, ping pong, music equipment. They basically offer a space for young people to hang out, chill out, recreate socially in a safe space, and also they can access fully qualified youth workers in order to be able to, for those workers to be able to provide support to them on a whole range of issues. It could be sexual health issues, it could be relationship issues, it could be employment, education and training issues, those sorts of things. Those centres are staffed full-time by full-time employees. We have a number of casual staff as well that assist in the delivery of the programs there. We also deliver what we call term programs at those youth centres, so each and every school term we have a range of opportunities for young people to engage in all sorts of activities. Some you can see there, things like DJing or music workshops, art programs, cooking programs, healthy hygiene programs, life skills workshops, those sorts of things. So across the year there's a range of opportunities for young people to be engaging in all sorts of extracurricular activities, I guess. Throughout the year, the City of Canning delivers a number of school holiday programs to young people between the ages of 11 and 17. I'm sure people are probably familiar with the concept of school holiday programs, but we undertake activities, as you can see there, such as horse riding, 10-pin bowling, going to the movies, ice skating, those sorts of things. And it just provides an opportunity for young people that perhaps aren't engaged in any other activities during the school holidays to be able to take part in some meaningful activities. And again, throughout that process, they're able to access staff for support on a whole range of issues. So, I have to excuse me, I've coming down with a cold, second time in 3 weeks, so I'm sorry about that. Some other activities that the City of Canning offers young people and the wider community, I guess, their families, include things like Harmony Day and Friendship Day events. You can see some pictures there. I guess most recently we've been involved in delivering helping to deliver Harmony Day events in the Bentley area, and I guess that's been part of the Brownlee Towers regeneration project, and this is the stuff that happens on the ground. Our youth centre is based just co-located next to the Brownlee Towers building, and these are some of the young people that access our Bentley Youth Centre, and we've been able to engage them in things like Harmony Day events and Friendship Day events at the local schools quite successfully, so it's been good. Other activities and events that we offer our young people in the city include things like National Youth Week events. That's really an opportunity for us to celebrate the contribution that young people make to the community, and we go about doing that by putting on an event. Most recently it's been at the Riverton Leisureplex, where young people can come down and enjoy a liquid pool party, disco, swimming activities, those sorts of things. So we also deliver skate park events at our Willetton skate facility, either 2 or 3 times a year depending on budget constraints, but yeah, we have quite successful events down there which can attract anywhere from probably 100 up to about 250 people across the course of the day. Something that we're looking at getting involved in over the coming months is the Unite project. Essentially that's a mentoring program for young people that have recently arrived from African nations. Some of those people, or young people, perhaps lack the capacity to be able to engage with their local community at the same rate and the same extent that perhaps non-African young people do. So we've currently got a funding grant pending, and we're waiting to hear the outcome of that. But hopefully that's something that we're looking forward to be doing, or we'll be doing between now and the end of the year. And we also have the Photo Voice project, which, for those that aren't familiar with the concept of Photo Voice, essentially it's about giving our young people a bunch of cameras, running off, taking a bunch of photos, which relate to a certain topic or a certain topic. The most recent project we did was called My Place, and the photos that came out of that and the stories that were told through those photos were exhibited here in the foyer at the City of Canning, through the libraries, at the Riverton Leisureplex, and so on. And some of the photos that came out of that were these slides that follow. This is quite simply a fire hydrant that took somebody's fancy, Chantel's fancy, there you go. That was important to her, and that represented my place as far as she was concerned, because that was the first thing that she noticed when she moved to Seven Oaks Senior College. Here's one from Dan, and this says Old English Colloquial Recording a Demo. So that was a photo that was taken of, obviously, them recording a demo, and that was what represented my place to them. That photo pretty much speaks for itself. That's exam revision, and that's Simon laying over a pile of exam notes by the look of it, swatting up the night before. I couldn't not put this one in. This This is Paul smashing his face into an ice cream cone at the local McDonald's. I believe there's actually an international smash your face into an ice cream cone day. Anyway, that's what it was. So. Okay, so we also, we the City of Canning also delivers a supported youth accommodation program to young people in the city. Primarily it's a transitional housing program for young people, so we have full-time support staff that will provide external support to young people living in Department of Housing properties in the city. As I say, they can stay there for up to 12 months, and council staff will assist those young people back into education, into training, support them to work on the relationships with their parents, with their other family members, those sorts of things. Our staff can help them work on independent living skills. That might be something as basic as cooking, cleaning, budgeting, those sorts of things. And that program's been running quite successfully for a number of years now. There's some stats which Mark touched on before, stole my thunder. And just finally some stats there. Between July and December last year, we had over 4,500 young people come through our youth centres, which is pretty good. And our youth accommodation program housed 12 young people in that same period. So there's some of the things we're doing pretty well. The challenges, I guess, for us, and I'm almost done, are many and varied. I guess the biggest one really is probably how council, when I say council, I'm talking about elected members and officers, go about trying to engage young people in the future and trying to make them, allow them to participate in things that are happening within the city. So I guess with the upcoming community engagement strategy that council will be involved in shortly, some of those things will be answered, but yeah, that's always a challenge, how we continue to reinvent ourselves and make ourselves fresh and make ourselves appealing to young people and try to get them to engage with us so that we can provide the best level of service back to them. That's about it from me, so thanks for listening, and I'll hand you back to the mayor. Thank you.